You know, with each passing day comes new Northland wildfire updates, and tonight, as we come on the air, we have new information about evacuations and some property owners being allowed to return. We also have details of a new 60-mile-long power line that's being proposed to run from Grand Rapids to St. Louis County substation near Hermantown. Plus,
do you feel like the state has let down private well owners?
Oh, without a doubt. Yes, without a doubt.
health concerns are rising over state management of private wells in Minnesota. An investigative report is next.
WDIO News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. Glad to have you with us on this Thursday night. Millions of Minnesotans get their drinking water from private wells. But serious questions have been raised about who is looking out for you when the safety of your well may be at risk. Investigative reporter Ryan Raish has uncovered internal emails between state officials and the lengths one agency is taking to avoid questions.
So this is a wellhead.
Roughly 500 feet beneath the surface.
That's it.
That's it.
Is where Dag Knudsen taps into an underground river of sorts. He relies on a private well, one of anywhere between 1 and 2.5 million people who use one in Minnesota.
Our health depends on clean water.
But private well owners tell us they have growing concerns that they are not a priority for state regulators. When more than 5 million gallons of potentially toxic coal ash wastewater leaked from this northern Minnesota power plant last summer, internal emails obtained by 5 Investigates show the Drinking Water Division at the Minnesota Department of Health did not even know about the spill. MDH is hearing about these incidents from the media, which is not ideal, wrote a health department manager to leaders at Pollution Control. The manager sounded the alarm that the lack of coordination seemed to leave private wells unaddressed.
What's your reaction to that?
I'm not surprised.
That's because he says he's been through it before when nitrate pollution contaminated thousands of wells here in southeast Minnesota. In that crisis, the federal government had to force the state to come up with a response plan that included bottled water and special filters.
I depend on the state agencies to tell me if I am subject to problems, especially when they're outside of my control.
Like a spill at a power plant or a coal plant.
Absolutely.
But those internal emails we obtain suggest state agencies continue to struggle in a crisis. That manager said this is yet another example of the need to have a more robust way for MDH to be notified promptly during an emergency, raising questions about risks to public and private drinking water supplies.
I'm with Channel 5, KSCP.
We went to Minnesota Pollution Control after the agency ignored 3 requests for an interview. But they did send what looked like a threat to stay away, warning me that all offices and parking lots are on leased property.
This public agency though, right?
The agency is public, but the parking lot is private, So this is not my choice, that I'm just doing my job.
Okay, we're just here. We've been trying to get an interview with the commissioner.
Nobody from the agency would talk in person.
Let me leave my business card with you, okay?
So 5 Investigates sent written questions asking specifically what steps it is taking to ensure better coordination. The joint response with the health department was not so specific, saying it's committed to working together to share important information with the public in a timely manner. They also didn't directly address those emails, other than to say that it works closely with other state agencies to ensure any situation is managed appropriately.
We try to be polite. We try to be understanding. We're willing to have civil discourse. But patience runs out.
Paul Watzka has butted heads with MPCA before. He used to work for the agency, but now advocates for private well owners through his nonprofit. And he still feels it's an uphill battle.
Do you feel like the state has let down private well owners?
Oh, without a doubt. Yes, without a doubt.
Ryan Raish, WDIO News.
Thank you, Ryan. Minnesota Pollution Control did tell Ryan that responding to these types of spills can be complex. They say the spill at the coal plant almost a year ago up here remains an active investigation. And although there is no immediate risk, they say, to wells, they will continue to monitor. To a first check of our weather here, Justin, it is really a nice night tonight.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful out there tonight. Winds are pretty low, but the temperatures are cooling off. quite quickly, and we're going to be seeing a frost advisory. But you'll notice right here along the North Shore, really from Grand Portage all the way to Two Harbors, anywhere close to Lake Superior, not going to see that frost, mainly because of the winds coming in off the lake.